A recorder joined. Joined.
Randy Slozewski, HP.
Joined.
Hello, everyone. This is Kristen Whitman from TAPPI. We just have a few more minutes here, and we'll go ahead and get started with today's webinar.
Joined.
Dick Reese.
Joined.
We're coming up to time to begin the webinar, but we'll give everyone just a few more minutes to join in before we get started. But we should be starting here in the next just a few minutes. Thank you guys for joining, and I hope you're having a great morning.
Joined. Joined.
Maureen.
Joined.
Okay, looks like it's a few minutes after 10 a.m., so we'll go ahead and get started. I'll just start with an introduction of myself here. My name is Kristen Whitman.
Bob White.
Joined.
I'd like to welcome you to today's TAPPI Connect Logistics webinar presented by myself along with Stephanie Felsin from Higher Logic. If you all have been on TAPPI Connect, you've probably seen my face. I'm the community manager for TAPPI Connect, the one that's there to keep things organized, give helpful tips, and make sure things run smoothly.
Joined.
John
If you ever need anything pertaining to TAPPI Connect, please reach out to me via Connect message with the Contact Us form by email or phone call. Or you can just post a discussion asking for help, and I will do what I can to smooth things out as quickly as possible. So while a few more people come in and join here, of course, this webinar is held in compliance with TAPPI's antitrust policy. And I ask at this time that everyone mute their telephones so our presenters are not competing with any background noise.
Joined.
Jack Allen.
Joined.
Jack Allen.
Left.
So
Chris
everyone
Jackson.
can mute their telephones.
Joined.
Chuck Class.
Left. Joined.
Okay, it seems like we've gotten through everybody joining right on time. I completely understand that. So if you all can mute your phones so we're not competing with any background noise, that would be great. And if you have any questions throughout the webinar, please type them in the chat box at the bottom left of your screen. We will address any questions at the end of the presentation. Today's meeting will be recorded, and the recording will be available on TAPPI Connect as well as TAPPI.org in the next couple of days. While we wait just a few minutes for everyone to join us, I encourage everyone, if you haven't already, to navigate to the registration link that was provided in the meeting invite so that you are able to see my screen while we go through the presentation and follow with the demo.
Left.
We could get those last few phones on mute. We can go ahead and get started without further ado with today's webinar. Okay, so you all probably know you're here for TAPPI Connect Logistics webinar.
Joined.
I just wanted to start out slow with what TAPPI Connect is. If you've never been a part of it, as I was looking at the registration list, I saw that some people
Joined.
Some people are a part of TAPPI Connect and using it already, and then some names I didn't recognize. So,
Joined.
I wanted to start as simple as possible. So what TAPPI Connect is it's an online resource for members, non-members, and volunteers. It's a place for you to go when you need to ask a question, when you have
a quorum in the upstairs conference room.
Joined.
Good morning. This is... We better mute. No, that's not. I don't know if there is a mute. Oh, here we go.
All right, welcome everyone. I'm Kristen Whitman. I'm from TAPPI Connect Community Manager.
Joined.
Thanks for joining us this morning. We're just getting started with today's webinar. And, of course, this is in compliance with TAPPI's antitrust policy, but we just got started with what TAPPI Connect is, so you're just on time. And I was just saying that it's our online resource for members, non-members, and volunteers. It's a place to go if you need to if you need a problem solved, if you're working on a project within a committee, or you're looking to get more involved with TAPPI. This is the place to go. It's an online forum for you. So I know that we all have a lot of emails coming in and out throughout the day. So this is a way to kind of alleviate some of that and be able to connect with everyone that is involved with TAPPI. All members, 7,000 plus members, are all here for you in one place. So we'll go ahead and continue now. Why we decided to start TAPPI Connect is because we found that a lot of our members and non-members and people involved in TAPPI weren't able to communicate and get involved with each other or meet each other and network or problem solve without going to maybe events or without reaching out on their own. So we thought TAPPI Connect would be a great way to, like I said, put all 7,000 plus members and non-members and people involved in TAPPI together in one spot online. You know, that's the easiest way to communicate these days. So that's why we decided to start TAPPI Connect. So our vision for TAPPI Connect is, like I've been saying, it's a centralized place. It's that one-stop shop. You don't have to look around in 100 different places to find what you need. We're hoping that everything, all the knowledge, projects, all those things can get done within TAPPI Connect in this one centralized space. And it's also a secure space. So I know that you probably do some interaction on a lot of social media. I do as well. But this space is for people involved in TAPPI only. So if you've ever come to an event, purchased a book on, your email or a member, of course, you're going to be in TAPPI Connect, but you have to log into this space. So it's not like somebody involved in a completely different industry will be able to get on TAPPI Connect and see anything on there. It's only the people within the industry. So it's a secure space where there's not going to be any advertisement or third parties trying to get you to buy this, that, or the other. So it's an online home for every TAPPI committee. So if you're involved in the TAPPI committee, that committee is on TAPPI Connect. And you're able to interact with other members there. You're able to get projects done. You're able to share documents, communicate, network, and thrive. We don't want our committees kind of going by the wayside and not interacting and staying up to date. So this is a great way to do it for all our TAPPI committees. We have a ton. So if you're looking to get involved in a TAPPI committee, this is a great way to do it. As well as a comprehensive directory. So I'll show you later in our demo. Once we go over, we'll go on TAPPI Connect and I'll show you guys around. So all of this will make a little bit more sense. But it's a comprehensive directory, meaning there's a member directory on TAPPI Connect. You go into there, and if you're looking for somebody, Kristen Whitman, you type in my first and last name, and you click search, and I'll pop up there, and there you can go to my profile. And from my profile, you can see my email address if I decide I want you guys to do that. But, of course, I'm the community manager, so all my info's there. You can see my email address, a phone number to reach me, or, of course, you can see more about me, my bio, my background, that kind of thing. And, for other people with more in the industry, if you're looking for somebody that's in the paper and board side, you can find them there. It's easy, very easily searchable, and, of course, I'll show you guys that later, how you can find anybody who's in Connect easily. Can be easily found with the member directory. So, and we think, and we hope you see that it's an easy-to-use and intuitive platform. There's lots of different widgets and tools. Of course, you can post discussions. You can upload resources into the library, and those can be easily found and archived. So we hope it's an easy-to-use platform for you. But it seems to be so far. It's been really great since we've launched in 2016. Okay. And as I mentioned just a little bit earlier, the main thing that we love about TAPPI Connect is the discussion. So you can see here on my screen that it's clean, you're easy to apply, somewhere, and you can search those discussions as well. So if you put a discussion within your committee, all the members of your committee will see that discussion and hopefully reply and interact and get back to you. And so if you have a question, it's a great place to get those questions answered. So as you can see, you can reply here in line, or you can get back to the person with a message if you don't want it to be open to the public as well. But I'll go more into discussions, of course, as we go into our demo later on in the webinar. The discussions is our main feature we're going to kind of focus on today that we found is very useful within TAPPI Connect. As I also mentioned earlier, there's the resource library that we find just as important as the TAPPI Connect discussions. And I do want to say each discussion and each library, so there's not just one. There's a discussion and a resource library for each committee and each community. And we'll go into detail a little bit more later. So it's not just like you're posting on one single forum. It goes in depth. If you want to talk to the Runnability Planning Committee and you guys are working on a project within that committee, you post your discussion in there, and only those members will see it. But we also have open communities where everyone's involved and they're not tied down to just people that are already members. There you can post discussion into the open forum, which has all 7,000 plus members are in that community. And there, if you post a discussion in there, a lot more people will see it. So there's the two, differentiate the two, but we'll go in more into detail there. But the resource library is for file sharing, knowledge sharing. And also another thing that we found with the resource library is it's a great way to upload your agenda and minutes. I know you all have a lot of committee meetings, that sort of thing. So to keep those archived and make sure you never lose sight of a previous agenda or minutes, you can archive those there as well. And just another little side note as well, you can, if you upload an attachment to your discussion post, that will automatically transfer over to the resource library, so you don't have to worry about uploading that twice. So it's a great way for archiving, for keeping information safe, and for, I know that everybody has a lot of shareable knowledge, and that's a great way to do it as well. And it's not just PDFs you can upload. You can also upload, of course, Word documents, YouTube videos, webinars. That's exactly how I'll do this. Later after the meeting, I will upload this webinar to TAPPI Connect within the open forum library, and so everyone will be able to access it there and go back and see it again and something like that. So that's our resource library. So some of the key features to TAPPI Connect quickly are single sign-on. So if you sign on to TAPPI.org, it's the same exact sign-on to TAPPI Connect. So it's one single sign-on. You don't have to worry about having more passwords. I know we all have plenty of passwords, so having 110 plus one would make it a little bit, this is just one way we made it a little bit simpler, because you have the same username and password that you do for TAPPI.org. And of course, if you have never logged into TAPPI.org, we have a quick register button there. It's super simple. A single sign-on. Member directory, like I said, you're able to instantly search and network with industry professionals. We have we have the open forum, which is a robust community with all TAPPI members and non-members. Like I said, it's about 7,000 plus people. And another add-on we have is Mentor Match, which is a place for you to connect with each other. You decide you've been in the industry a while and you decide you want to be a mentor. We'll match you up with a protege, and you guys can start a relationship and help each other out. And, of course, the other way around, if you're a protege, if you're a new graduate student or young professional, or you've been in the industry for a while but you need help, you would like help on a project or something from someone, that's a great add-on we have as well that you're able to do within TAPPI Connect, and that's called Mentor Match. And, of course, I'll go over that more later in our demo. So we found some of the benefits of TAPPI Connect to be those discussions. Number one, you can collaborate, solve problems, and troubleshoot, of course, and get to know each other within your specific industry. We know that this industry of TAPPI is humongous, and we don't want you to just have to come to events or that sort of thing to meet others and learn. This is a great place to do it first, and then, of course, come to the events if you'd like. But then we're also able to share documents. And from what I've seen in TAPPI Connect so far, the document sharing
joined
is the place to go. People, and there's a document shared of some kind of knowledge. It's been downloaded multiple times. It's been viewed. I mean, so sharing documents and knowledge that way is a great benefit of TAPPI Connect. And you can even, just projects, if you have to manage a technical program, we haven't gotten into that much yet, but that's doable in TAPPI Connect. You can develop standards and technical information papers. It's all there, and it's all easy to find and use and work together to get things done. So a little bit further before we get into the demo, we have 3 different types of communities within TAPPI Connect. I mentioned them a little bit earlier, but here I'll go into a bit more detail. So the 3 different types of communities. First of all, it's the open forum, like I mentioned. It's the 7,000 plus people in TAPPI's industries that are part of this one community. So it's a great place to start with. If you're new to TAPPI Connect and you're not really involved in a lot of committees within TAPPI, the open forum is where you want to start. It's a centralized location with all those people to get your feet wet, to learn, to ask questions, and get knowledge. When I pull up the open forum later, you'll be pleased to see everything that's going on within the open forum, and it'll explain it a little bit more, how easy it is to jump in there. And so after this webinar, if you want to try out the open forum, it's super easy. All you have to do is sign in with your TAPPI.org credentials, like I mentioned before. But if you don't have them, don't worry. You can register at this link here. All you have to do is put in a little bit of information. You're not registering to be a TAPPI member or anything like that. You're just registering for TAPPI Connect so you can be a part of this open forum. And you can browse the community, of course. You can go in there and see all the discussion posts that have been added. There's a lot of stuff going on, people asking questions and getting to know each other and getting projects done, really. And if you even like to go one step further to reply to a discussion or start your own within the open forum, it's easy. It's just start a new thread. And, of course, in the demo, I'll show you how to do that. So if you'd like to do that after this, that would be awesome. So the next type of community, I said there were three within TAPPI Connect, is the division communities. They're a lot like the open forum. They're an extension of the open forum. So TAPPI has 13 divisions. So these divisions are broken down into individual communities. So whereas the open forum is overall information, everyone's there. The 13 divisions are broken down into these division communities, and you're able, they're open as well. You're able to join the division communities as you see fit, but they're specific. The communication within those division communities is specific to that division, of course. And so if you are a part of the coding and graphic arts division within TAPPI and you want to learn more or get some information about that, or even committees that are part of that division, this is the place to go. This is the place to ask that question. And if you're already involved a lot and you want to recruit new volunteers, this division communities is the place to go. So I'll show you a little bit more about that as well. And this is the link to get to the division communities. And like I said, it's open as well, so you're able to join if you haven't already. You can start a conversation, and like I said, these are division-specific conversations. So if you're in the corrugated packaging division community and you want to ask any kind of questions about that, that's the place to do it. And it would be a good idea to upload some resources or anything like that and share another benefit within the division communities. And last but certainly not least, the third type of community that we have in TAPPI Connect is a committee community. So these committee communities, you have to be a member of these committees to see this information. So if I'm a member of the Women in Industry Committee, I'm in there and I can post discussions, I can upload resources, but if I'm not, then I won't be able to see any of that information. So this committee communities are the place to go for private conversations, get projects done, for agendas and minutes, like I mentioned earlier. You know, I know the Women in Industry, just for an example, are having the Women's Summit at PaperCon in the next month or so. And so this would be a great place for them to plan their technical program or any information that is going on with that event. This is the place to do it, because no one can see this information that's going on within this committee community except for those members that are a part of the Women in Industry committee, just for an example. So, but each committee is in TAPPI Connect. So that's the three different types of committees. So when we go into our demo in just a bit as well, I'll show you how to find your committee communities. There's a drop-down on TAPPI Connect homepage. And so say you're looking for the Papermaking, Technology, and Operations Committee. So you know that will be under the Paper and Board division. If you're not sure, you just click around. They're super easy to find. If it's a committee under a division, it'll be all the divisions are listed here, so you can easily find it. So some community tasks to be accomplished are, of course, archive all committee work through those issues and talk about those projects that are going on and any kind of planning you're doing. Of course, you can recruit members for certain roles and jobs. Introduce yourself to get to know new members. I know that there's a lot of members of a lot of committees that probably don't know each other. They're, all across the world. So that's a great way to introduce yourself and put your foot in the door. Of course, you can just send those direct messages and keep up with contact information. Everybody's profile is always up to date. And so if they've changed jobs or anything like that, or email addresses, that'll all be on TAPPI Connect as well. So without further ado, I know I've been talking a lot about TAPPI Connect, so let's get in there and let's see what it looks like, and let's go over some of the points I hit here, and we're going to have a quick demo. And then at the end of the demo, of course, we'll have the question and answer section where you guys just type those questions within that chat box, and I'll pull those up at the end and we'll answer those. But I hope maybe this demo will answer a lot of the questions you have. Maybe I've stirred up some questions with my presentation earlier, and we'll be able to answer them with this. So let's navigate to the TAPPI Connect homepage here. And this is the homepage of TAPPI Connect if you've never seen it before. The URL to get there is just connect.tappi.org, and it'll pull up for you. And if you're not signed in, you can just do that here. I'll have to log out and then sign in. And of course, you'll sign in with that same user information for tappi.org. But of course, if you've never done either, and you'd like to register, you can do that with this register button here, and you'll be able to see all the information in the open forum. But, of course, you won't be able to see the information for the committee communities unless you're involved with them. You just haven't logged on yet. So this is the home page of TAPPI Connect. And so I'll just scroll down and show you what we have going on here. Of course, we had a highlight for today's webinar up here in the Heroes area. And, of course, if you're not a member and you'd like to join, we have that option here as well, and some kind of tips on how to start using TAPPI Connect and what it is. So if you scroll down a little further, you can see, so I'm logged in as myself now, Kristen Whitman, which I am the TAPPI Connect Community Manager. So I'm able to see pretty much everything. So for the purpose of this webinar, however, I am going to impersonate a regular TAPPI member. So I'll see exactly what you guys see when you log in. You'll see the same information. You'll see the hero image as well, and you'll be able to see the latest conversations in those open communities. So you won't be able to see any of the conversations in those committee communities because, like I said, those are private. But you'll be able to see information in the open forum and things like that. And all that information, you can see where the discussion was posted here right underneath. We also have the announcements widget where you can post information about upcoming events. So, of course, we have a move here. We have the Connect Logistics webinar we posted about here as well. And you can always view more. That's what you're looking for is not showing here. And if you go a little further down the home page, you can see recently shared resources. And again, if you're just now starting out and you're not involved with any committee, the only resources you'll see are for the open forum because that's open to everyone. But say you are a part of a few committees and they've uploaded resources, those will show for you on the home page as well. So it's tailored to how involved you are. If you're involved in 10 committees within TAPPI, you'll see all that information here. And but if not, you're just now starting out, you still have the open forum, of course, to drive you and get started. We also have this nice feature that's the most active members. This just means they've posted a few discussions, uploaded some resources, are involved in a few committees, and that sort of thing. This is always changing here, this most active members. And last but certainly not least, on the home page, we have the upcoming events that are added in here as well. It's a lot like the event calendar, just things going on within TAPPI, not just large events such as PaperCon, but things like this webinar and other things are uploaded into this upcoming events area. So that is the home page. So now let me get into going over this navigation item up on the home page.
Left.
You can see all of these navigation items here. And communities is the area that you'll want to go to find committees that you're involved in. So we'll go click this drop down here. And as you can see, the first thing that I see is My Community. So this is super helpful as well if you're involved in a ton of committees. So within this, click My Communities there. And this test member that I'm being right now, the only one I'm involved in is the open forum. But I can click there and easily navigate to the open forum. But if I am involved in some of the other committees, they're easily to navigate to by going underneath one of the 13 divisions, of course. And so let's see. For an example, let's go to corrugated. And you can see the committees that are here viewable within the corrugated. But since if I click into this corrugated board technical service committee, if I click within that as just this test member that I'm using, you can see this is a community. So I'm able to click here and see maybe the mission statement that's added within the community, but I'm unable to see any of the discussion posts or the shared files because I'm not a member of this committee. So I'm unable to say this is a private committee that I was talking about. I'm unable to see this because I'm not a member of this specific committee. So let's see. Let me be myself again. And let me just show you for an example. Of course, I'm TAPPI staff, so I'm involved in a lot of these TAPPI community. So let me just go within here, Team TAPPI. As you can see, I'm able to see the information, the discussion posts that have been uploaded, as well as any shared files, because I am a member of this community. So I am a member of this community, so I'm able to see everything. But if I weren't, so if you're not basically for this Team TAPPI, for example, if you're not a TAPPI staff, you won't be able to see it, so no worries. That's just for an example how you can see things you are a member of and you can't for others. So it's really good for private information and project work. So we'll move on to that member directory that I was mentioning. Very cool feature that we have in here is the member directory. And once I navigate to it, you can see that all I have to do is say I'm looking for a specific someone that I met maybe at an event or have heard about and want to learn more information about. All I can do is I can search their name here. As much information as I know about them. If I don't know a whole lot, that's okay. So then the next thing I'll do is find members. And you can see I was able to find myself, Kristen Whitman, through the member directory. So if they're on TAPPI Connect, they're in that member directory. So that's a nice feature. And so you can see here that you can see my job title. You can see where I work. And if you click within my profile, you can see more information about me, such as my email and education and things like that. As much information as I filled out on my profile is what you can see. So that's the member directory on TAPPI Connect. Because I know sometimes it's hard to find people's contact information, so this is a great way to find it, find people within your industry that you want to connect with. And the next little tab we have here is the events and courses. We try to keep this updated as much as possible. I work on this a lot, so you can see a lot of the information for today's webinar is added, as well as, of course, some of our events, upcoming events. So I'll just click within today's webinar, and so you can see how it looks in here in the events area. So you can see that it gives all the information that we gave prior to this webinar to you all for you to register and any background information you're looking for. So that's how the events tab works on TAPPI Connect. And then if you're all confused, and I maybe even have confused you more with this webinar, we have this how-to section within TAPPI Connect. So you're able to go to, everyone's able to navigate to, and it's open to everyone. And it tells you what you need to know. It tells you how to log in and view your profile. And every feature that you need to know on TAPPI Connect is in this how-to section. And it says, this is my first time, and I need to register for Connect. What I'll do is I'll click within that section here, and we've put together these short 2-minute videos. They're 2 minutes and under videos of how to register, and with a little bit more background information. I won't make you guys watch it right now, but just for a little quick run through. You guys can watch it here, and it'll give you all the information of how to register and how to start getting involved. So we hope you guys find those to be helpful and fun as well. But just to narrow down the home page, we're almost done here with the home page of TAPPI Connect. But like I did mention earlier as well, we have this mentor match section. And this is also great timing because we have our next round of mentor match signups coming up in April that we're super excited about. And so like I said, if you're just getting involved or you've been involved in TAPPI in the industry forever, you can apply to be a mentor or apply to be a protege. Super easy here. All you do is fill out a little bit of information about yourself. And so you're able to connect with another person. And so this is our Mentor Match program if you're looking to get involved. And, of course, we have frequently asked questions here and how-to. And so this is our add-on we call Mentor Match, which starts in April if you're looking to get involved here. And the most exciting part about TAPPI Connect, I'm finding right now anyways, is our open forum. I mentioned it a lot earlier in the presentation, but I'll navigate us there now. The open forum is a place, let's scroll down, let me show you. As you can see, there's, like I said, everyone who's involved in TAPPI is here in this community. So you can see there's over 7,000 members, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So if you've never gotten on TAPPI Connect or don't know much about it, this is the place to start, is to go to our open forum. So as you can see, like I mentioned here, there's 399 discussions within the open forum already, and we just launched this open forum in September of 2018. So there's been 399 discussions since the launch, which hasn't even been 6 months yet. So you can see all kinds of information that's going on here. And if you want to get more in depth and find a specific discussion, all you do is you can go within the discussion tab here. And once we get there, as you can see, you can search, or if you have no idea what you're even looking for, but you need some information, you can see all the discussion subjects here and who they were posted by and how many days ago they were posted. As you can see, this How Are Pulp and Paper Mills Using Cell Phones and Tablets discussion that was posted 21 days ago has had 12 replies. So that got a lot of information sharing on that discussion. So if you have a question for anyone within TAPPI, it could be me or a TAPPI staff or anyone within the industry, this is the place to do it within the open forum here. And, of course, like I mentioned, the open forum has library resource sharing as well. We haven't had quite as many library resources shared as we have had discussion posts. But this is a great feature that the open forum has for everyone to see as well. We have a lot of information has been shared here, and I'll just click within one of these library resources within the open forum. Let's just pick this one for example. So if I click within here, within this library resource, I can see who uploaded the resource, as well as how many people have downloaded and viewed the file. And so if I want to look at this myself and see what's going on here, all I have to do is download it, and I have that information right there to me. So that's what I mean by the library area being a great place to share knowledge and get that information, because I know we all have a lot of knowledge to share, and this is the place to do it, especially within the open forum if you are willing for that information to go out to all those 7,000 plus members. And also, like I said, in the open forum, there's all those members there. So if you're looking for somebody in particular, you can look within this member directory inside of the open forum and find who you're looking for and reach out. You can send them a message, or you can add them as a contact. So it's just a really great way to get all the information you need about someone within the industry in the open forum. So that's our tabs here on the TAPPI Connect homepage. So without further ado, we each have our own profile page within TAPPI Connect, and that's where you can fill out that information, such as your email address, bio, and so what I'll do, it's easy to navigate to each one of your profiles once you've logged in. I'm in this test members profile here. And so you can see this profile page is pretty bare, but in a moment we'll jump back to my profile page and we'll see the difference between the two. So people can't really learn much about me as of now, or this test member as of now, because they don't have a lot of information. But as you can see, you can add a profile picture here. And I'll just do that really quickly for this test member and see. So I had one prepared. So let me just make this test member myself. So we're going to give that a few minutes, and we're going to save it and upload it. Looks a little blurry, but probably a bad image. So as you can see, I've now added super easy action and change profile picture, and I've added a profile picture for myself. So if somebody's met me before but wants to know more information, if they see my face, they know where to go. And of course, you can add information.
Left.
You can add your bio and education and all that. And if you don't feel like doing all this stuff, you say that takes too long to add all that information manually. If you have a LinkedIn, you can easily import this information from your LinkedIn. If I were to click this button here, it would ask for my LinkedIn profile URL. I'd type that in, and it would automatically populate with all that information within my TAPPI Connect profile so that I don't have to do it manually. So since this test member profile is pretty bare, let's go back to mine here. Let's navigate to my profile, Kristen Whitman. And once I'm here, you can see that my profile is a lot more busy than that one was. And in this area, you can see my profile picture, my bio, and I did import all of this information from LinkedIn, so it wasn't hard to get it all there. And so you can see all the information is there. And you may have noticed these ribbons and badges I have over here. The more active you are on TAPPI Connect, the more ribbons and badges that you get. Of course, I'm TAPPI staff, so I have that badge. And then all TAPPI members have this one as well. And so you can see I'm a top contributor because I am the community manager. I'm on TAPPI Connect every day, so I have a lot of stuff going on. So as you get more involved in TAPPI Connect, you'll see those badges and ribbons show up on your profile there. So that's what each person has within their profile. But there are, again, these areas down here where you can tailor your profile to your liking. So like I was mentioning earlier, you can find contacts. You can find the communities that you're a part of if you are involved in that mentor match. You can find all your mentor relationships here. And then like I was saying, I have a lot of stuff going on, so I have these ribbons and badges. I can see all of my contributions. I can see everything that I've achieved, all the discussions I've posted, all the library resources I've posted. So this is my information on my profile. And one of my favorite parts about TAPPI Connect is this under this My Accounts area on your profile. And so, of course, you have your TAPPI Connect inbox. If you want to do any completely private messaging, you can do that way. But I'm also able to set my own privacy settings. So if I decide, let's go within privacy settings, if I decide that I don't want everybody to see, I'm okay with everyone seeing my email address, but I'm not so comfortable with everyone seeing maybe my phone number, then you're under My Account and Privacy Settings. I'm able to change all that here. Everything that shows on your profile, you're able to change it to your own liking. Like I said, if you're not comfortable with your phone number showing, but you're cool with your email showing, all you have to do is change that here. And if you only want it to show to yourself, click the Only Me option. If you're okay with it being public to everyone, you have that option as well. Members only, meaning only TAPPI members can see it. So like I said, if there's someone that's a TAPPI non-member but involved in the open forum and you're not okay with showing them your information because you don't want to give that out, that's the option as well. And then, of course, my contacts are basically just those people that you add as your own contacts. So you have that option as well, which is really nice because we're all different in what we like to share on the Internet. So that's easy to change here in your privacy settings on your profile. And last but certainly not least on this TAPPI Connect profile, we have community notifications. So say you're involved in 12 communities, and those communities are active, especially those in forum here. You don't want to get an email every time that something's posted. That's okay. If you do, that's awesome too. So you have the ability to change your notifications settings for each community that you're involved in. So on my profile here, you can see that I'm involved in 33 communities. You may not be involved in that many, and that's okay. You may be involved in more, and that is as well. So I'm able to decide. What kind of notifications I want to get. So let's say I want to change it for the nanotechnology division community that I'm involved in. Right now, I get daily digest, and what that means is if there's anything that's happened within that community during the day, I'll get one single email at the end of the day letting me know any discussions that were uploaded, any library resources that were uploaded, or any activity that went on within that committee. But if I decide I'm really involved, I always need to know what's going on within that committee, I can do real time, which means as soon as somebody uploads a discussion within that committee, I'll get an alert to my email address that's connected to TAPPI Connect, and it'll tell me what happened right then. But if I decide it's not necessary for me to know right away when something happens within that committee, you can, of course, subscribe to no email, which means you won't get an email if something has been updated on that committee. But, of course, you can always log in to TAPPI Connect and find out what's been going on. If it's something that you're not heavily involved in, that's fine to do no email. But if you are and you want to know what's going on, when it's going on, daily digest or real time is the way that you go about doing that. So I'm going to keep this as daily digest, but if I have made any changes, I could do that there. So I know that is everything on my profile page. So last thing that we're going to do on our demo is I'm going to show you how to start a new thread, reply to a discussion, and upload a resource library into the resource library. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this test community that I set up so I don't alert anybody with this test information that I am doing. So I just navigate to the community that I want to post in. So if it's an open forum, I go there. If it's a committee community, I just navigate to that. And once it opens up, I will see a start a thread. This is an easy way to add a discussion to TAPPI Connect. So what I'll do there is it'll pull up this discussion box area. I'll add a subject. If it's a question, I'll type that here. If it's information, I'm just going to put test discussion here. And then, of course, you have this widget box here. You can add only text. I can add an image, insert an image to a discussion if that's what I'm looking to do, or even add a link to a external website or to maybe a PDF that I'm looking to share. I'm going to just click some test content in here just to show you. And I am going to add a link to this discussion post here. So I'm just going to link it out to tappi.org. Okay. And then also, if I go down a little further, you can see that I can edit my signature here, but I'll keep it like it is. And then if I have that PDF that I want to attach, all I do is click attach there. And you can either drag and drop the file, or you can click to upload. It'll open up your documents on your computer. So let's see, I'll just upload this for an example. Upload it here. It's all done. So we'll just say that's what I want to post in my discussion here. So when I'm all done, I can either save as draft if I'm not ready to send yet, or of course I can send that out to the community. And after a few moments, you can see that this test discussion has been uploaded automatically, and that attachment that I added within this discussion has automatically went within the latest shared files, so it's now within the library. So I added a new discussion, and I was able to add a new library entry. But of course, if I don't want to add a discussion post, I just want to add a file, I'm able to easily do that here, kind of the same way I did the discussion post. Add a title, some content information, as well as these are the types of resources that I can add in the library. A hyperlink, a standard file, which is something like Word document or a PDF. And then what I'll do for this webinar that we have going on here is I'll just click upload a webinar, and I'll do that after we finalize here. Or I can even upload a YouTube video. Just
I think my email is actually one of them more first.
Examples here.
My email is actually one of them too.
I will add a standard file upload and click next. And this page is where I'll be able to choose and upload that file. So I'll just upload that same file I uploaded earlier, just for example. And then we can finish that up, and now a library resource has been added. So that's a quick and easy way to add a discussion post and a library resource within a specific community. So that's really it for the demo. I know that was quick, and I talked super fast, so I hope that was helpful to you all. There's a lot of information. We could have this webinar go for hours if we got into all the little details of TAPPI Connect. But so now what I'll do in our last 15 minutes is if there was any questions posted within the chat box for the webinar, I will read those questions aloud, and I'll answer them for you in the last 15 minutes. So let's see if we had any questions here. So I'm looking, and I must have done a fabulous job because I don't see any questions that's going on. But of course,
Left.
If you guys have any questions afterwards, I'm always available for you to reach out to via Connect, via email, and my email and all that is on here as well. So my contact information is kwhitman@tappi.org, or of course on TAPPI Connect. Once you get set up, you can reach me there. And then on my TAPPI Connect profile, you can see my phone number if you want to reach out to me that way. So I'm available in a lot of different ways if you do end up having questions, comments, or concerns that come up afterwards. But with a few minutes left, I would like to thank you for attending the webinar. I hope this was a great learning experience and you now feel comfortable getting involved in TAPPI Connect if you haven't already. If you're interested in joining or learning more about TAPPI Connect, please contact me, Kristen Whitman. To learn even more, please visit connect.tappi.org. And finally, you will be prompted to take a brief survey when the webinar is over. I encourage you to complete it so we can get proper feedback on how to better serve you through these presentations. So, if there weren't any questions, thank you for your time, and this concludes today's webinar. Thanks, everyone.
John Howell.
Left.
Lisa Melbourne.
Left. 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 Left.
Randy Slozewski, HB.
Left.
We have a quorum in the upstairs conference room.
Left.
Stephanie.
Left.
Chris Jackson.
Left.
Bob White.
Left. Left.
Maureen.
Left. 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 Left.